Welcome back to the Inspired Intuition video series. I'm so happy that you're here. This is tip number 2. It's a very juicy one. And I am Courtney Long, angel communicator, life purpose intuitive, author, speaker, and master's level social worker. And in this video, you'll discover tip number 2 for inspired intuition. It is the most important tip of our series, so important. And also how your intuition really works. It's a lot easier than you might think. And your intuition is so natural, and the signs that it brings you are often so subtle that they can be easy to miss. But my intention with sharing this today is that it helps you open your mind to how natural and easy your intuition is, and to start noticing all of the subtle signs that your intuition is bringing you and all of the divine guidance that is trying to get to you. Okay, let's dive right into intuition tip number 2. It is to get out of your head. Out of your head. You ever hear that phrase, oh, I must be losing my mind? Well, it's not such a bad thing to not be in your mind all the time. Most of us have been socially conditioned to be thinking all the time, almost like a hamster wheel of thoughts, thinking over and over and analyzing things and being logical. But if you remember from the intuition tip number 1, the definition of intuition is that it's a knowing or a feeling beyond reason or beyond evidence. And really what that means is beyond your mind's comprehension. Intuition speaks to you through your heart, your intuitive heart. The tip is to get out of your head and into your heart, to feel more, to perceive more, to relax and allow your intuition to speak to you, allow the divine, the universe to speak to you. And this also means to stop trying to understand your intuitive guidance with your logical mind. Many people will receive a feeling or a knowing that their intuition is guiding them on, but they will procrastinate and kind of wait to follow that guidance until they understand it. They'll try to analyze it. Well, I don't understand why my intuition wants me to fly to Jamaica, so I don't know, I'm just not going to go. And actually, this is delaying some really beautiful things from unfolding in your life, and your mind will never comprehend, never be able to understand fully what your intuition, what your soul is guiding you to do. So we honor the mind, we work with the mind, yet as much as you can, get out of your head, get out of that logical analysis and into your heart. Let me show you why this is so important with a picture. The Heart Math Institute is this phenomenal institute that is doing a lot of research on the heart and research on energy. They're actually doing a lot to bridge the gap between spirituality and science. And I definitely check them out. The link is at the bottom of this picture. But this picture really demonstrates what is going on in our bodies. The electrical field of the brain is strong by all means, yet the electrical field of the heart is 50 times stronger, or more than 50 times stronger than the electrical field of the brain. That's huge. The heart's field produces so much energy. And the magnetic energy produced by the heart is over 5,000 times stronger than the magnetic energy produced by the brain. That's incredible. Over 5,000 times more energy coming from the heart than the brain. And why this matters, why this is so important, is that your heart is the receiver of your intuitive guidance. You've got your head or your mind, you've got your heart, you've got your soul. If you recall from our other video, your intuition is the way that your soul speaks to you. It is the language of the soul, the language of the divine. And your intuitive heart is the place through which your soul speaks to your mind. The Heart Math Institute is also showing that people's electromagnetic fields of their hearts can affect other people's brain waves. And vice versa, your brain waves can be affected by other people's heart fields. It's incredible. So there's intuitive information all around us. Your intuition, your soul is always speaking to you. And are you perceiving that information through your body and through your intuitive heart? That's the big question. But the divine speaks to you through your intuition. Are you listening? Are you listening? A very important question in our very busy world, right? With all our modern technology, are you listening to the subtle cues that speak beyond the cell phone or beyond the mind? Are you tuning in? Which brings us to talking about how your intuition really works, how it really, really works. Your intuition works almost like an antenna where you are receiving intuitive guidance and picking up on energy and feelings and cues and so much knowledge, this universal wisdom that flows all around us. And if you love to give, like so many of us do, we just love to give and help other people. My question to you is, are you receiving? Are you allowing yourself to also receive? Whether that is receiving love, receiving forms of abundance, receiving intuitive messages. Are you allowing energy to come in and subtle cues to come to you? Intuition really is a process of listening. It's not a process of giving, it's a process of listening and trusting these very subtle messages that come in, observing the world around you and noticing that everything has meaning and there is a potential meaning in everything. Let me give you an example. One of the ways intuition speaks to a lot of people is through numbers. Do you ever see these repeated number sequences like 111 or 222, 444? And so let's say, for example, you see on the clock 1111. And then later that day, you're driving and you see a license plate that says 6111. So there's another series of one. Then you're at the grocery store and your receipt was $71.11, another 111. Your logical mind could easily just say, oh, it just happens to be ones, just a coincidence. Yet your intuition could have a feeling associated with that, or a knowing that there's a message in there for you, that you're seeing all these ones for a reason. Even if you don't know the reason, you might still have a feeling like, oh, the universe is speaking to me. Or you might even get a knowing of what those ones are all about. Maybe it has something to do with a new beginning, like the number 1 at the start of a new beginning, or some other special significance for you. But if you're not noticing all those numbers and observing the world around you, you can easily miss them. Another misconception actually about intuition is that it happens only kind of beyond our bodies in this ethereal realm through the sixth sense. And we all have a sixth sense by all means. Our body, as you saw in that heart math picture, our body picks up on so much in the world around us through our heart field. Yet so many intuitive cues and signs come through your senses, through your ordinary 5 senses of seeing and hearing and feeling. It's incredible. There's 4 main intuitive channels, 4 main ways that intuitive guidance comes to you. The first one is clairvoyance, clear seeing. And again, this is connected to one of your physical senses, your sense of sight. Your sense of sight. A lot of even intuitive messages we see with our physical eyes, like seeing a special quote on maybe a social media post that was just what you needed to hear that day, or seeing a feather, an angel feather that was on your path. Clairvoyance can be through our physical eyes. It can also be through our third eye, through this sense of seeing into the realm of spirit, or seeing energy, like seeing auras, or seeing sparkles of light, or seeing angels. Another intuitive channel is clairsentience, clear feeling, feeling through your body. This is where you might have goosebumps on your arms, or tingles on the top of your head, or kind of like a pit in the bottom of your stomach when something feels off. But this happens a lot through your heart chakra, through your field of your heart, but also basically throughout your whole body. You can get some signs. So pay attention to what your body is telling you. Claircognizance, another intuitive channel. This is clear knowing. This happens through the crown chakra, and it is when you just know something and you don't know why you know it or how you know it. Like when you meet someone new and you just have a knowing of something about them, or you know what's going to happen next week, but you don't really have any evidence for it. And then the fourth intuitive channel is clairaudience, clear hearing. This can happen through your ears, hearing signs. It could even be hearing advice, words of advice from other people. It could be hearing thoughts, because your angels and the divine are all around you at all times, and they're communicating with you telepathically, sending you energy, which translates into thoughts in your mind. And this is when, sometimes intuitive guidance is so easy to miss, when it just sounds like your own thoughts. There's these 4 different intuitive channels, and it's important to learn how each one of them works and how it works for you uniquely, and to even have practice to work with each different intuitive channel, and to also learn which ones of these are your strengths, which ones come more naturally to you, and then to strengthen them even more, and then the ones that don't come as naturally to you, to also strengthen them. Because we all have all 4 of these channels and all 4 of these intuitive gifts. Even if you've not worked with it before, this is within you. Your body is naturally encoded with these intuitive channels. If your heart is guiding you to open your intuitive gifts even more and activate your intuition and be in the flow with the divine, then I invite you to join me in the healing Red Rock Mountains of Sedona, Arizona for my upcoming retreat. Activate your intuitive gifts with myself, with the angels, and with an amazing group of like-minded, like-hearted people, high vibrations, and just really ready to explore intuition and feel more confident in your gifts, feel more confident in who you are, and feel more confident and fulfilling your divine life purpose of making the world a better place. You can check it out at the link below, CourtneyLongAngels.com/Sedona retreat. And up next in our next video is tip number 3 for inspired intuition. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. So got lots of juicy stuff left for you. And then we'll also explore the beautiful benefits of intuition and why it's so important to live an intuitive life, and why your soul is calling you to that now, and even why time is of the essence. I can't wait to connect with you in the next video.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out my free video series, Inspired Intuition. You can sign up for free at CourtneyLongAngels.com/intuition tips. I hope you enjoy the video series.